Hello there. Today I'm with Serena Dell. Hello, Serena.
Hello, Neil.
So, tell us about what you do. Just see if the viewers can guess.
Can you guess?
Can you guess? I am guessing yoga.
Yes, I teach yoga for a living.
For a living?
For a living. I practice yoga. I teach yoga in Camberley and Bagshot. I also create space for sound healing workshops, gong baths, crystal bowl healing.
Gong baths. Is that one of those
now.
things you go ding, or it goes round with that, makes that strange noise?
It's exactly that, and if you keep doing it like that, I'll be out of a job. Yes,
really? It's like that, is it?
Yeah, you're better at it than I am. Actually,
it's like back to my chefing days when I was a chef. That was... So tell us about your journey in yoga. So when did you start?
I started practicing probably about 20 years ago, but it was when I moved to Camberley in 2015 that I realised I couldn't find an enjoyable yoga class anywhere in the local area. And that really propelled me to think about gaining my own teaching qualification so that I could provide the kind of yoga to the local community that I'd enjoyed and benefited from for so long.
Okay, so, I mean, yoga training, obviously, you think of India.
Mm-hmm.
You think of, I don't know, 3-4 years, just sitting there, contemplating, looking at the scenery. So where did you get your qualification?
It's interesting that you asked that, because I remember when I qualified, I felt like somewhat of an imposter, because I thought, like you, that you had to spend 3 or 4 years in an ashram in India.
Yeah.
And I qualified at a wonderful yoga school called the Classic Yoga School in Weybridge. And it didn't take me very long to understand that it doesn't matter where you qualify. What matters is your level of integrity and commitment to the philosophy that is yoga. Nobody is qualified to teach yoga after becoming certified. You're only qualified to teach what you really know on a holistic level when you're able to channel and share learnings that are beyond you. You transcend them.
Channeling.
Yes.
This is all getting, yoga. I just thought yoga, people turned up with a mat and, did the downward dog position and things like that. But what you're saying is you channel it inside you.
Exactly.
So it's almost like, it's like a religion.
I wouldn't say religion, because I'm not a religious person, despite the fact that my parents wanted me to be otherwise.
Okay.
I'm not religious at all. It's a philosophy. It's a way of living. It's understanding that what you put out comes back to you. It's about manifestation. It's about energy. It's about your humanness, connection to each other.
It's about your inner energy as well.
Absolutely.
And channeling all that. See, I know all about this. Never done yoga in my life. So
I'm convinced you're a yogi, though. You know.
No, definitely not. No. I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight, but I'm quite happy with my. So with your yoga class, you said you weren't happy and you couldn't find. What do you actually look for in a yoga class then?
So I look for someone that takes it a little more seriously than what you can offer at the end of a teaching qualification. So these days, sadly, you can become a yoga teacher if you buy a Happy Meal at McDonald's. That's how easy it is to access yoga qualifications now. I wanted somebody who could connect with me on a really deep level, understand that life is tricky, that you will suffer disappointment and hardship in life, and despite that, and sometimes in fact because of it, you can really connect with your own heart center, your own feelings of peace, nature's own ability to heal your body. I wanted to connect with a teacher that would help me grow strong physically, because that was important to me. It was important to me that I felt physically able and healthy, but it runs deeper than that. I don't believe that there is another physical activity that you can refer to in the same way that you do yoga, which is yoga is not a workout, it's a work in, despite the byproduct that is toned legs, toned tush, toned arms, etc.
Because some people, they make the mistake, obviously, that Pilates and yoga are quite similar. Is that true?
I hear this all the time, actually. Pilates is wonderful. As far as I'm concerned, any kind of movement is wonderful. But they don't have to be exclusive of each other. So, I mean, I would be happy to practice Pilates for the physical benefits. But we know more than ever in this current day and age that mental health is wealth. And we know that, you know, running is just not cutting it anymore, or, you know, the things that we used to think were helpful enough on a physical aspect, they're not cutting it with regards to how we feel mentally. The level of suicide is going up and up, especially since we suffered the COVID pandemic. And Pilates doesn't work on the inside. It doesn't work on you spiritually. It doesn't help you to connect to yourself and therefore all of the people around you, those that you love and those that you care for. So for me, you know, we all want to be time rich.
Yeah.
None of us have very much time to spare. If you are going to offer 60 minutes of your week to a physical activity, why not reach out and find a teacher who's able to not only work on the outside, but help you to become your best version on the inside? It's beautiful.
I mean, the main thing for a lot of people is that basically they're worried about going to a yoga class as they are with Pilates, the gym and things like that, because of the way they look.
You're right.
You know, you go to, I mean, the typical yoga class, you go there and obviously there's people in lycra and leggings and things like that. And so people get put off by going. So what would you suggest to them?
I come across this all the time now. I'm really glad that you brought it up. I got a message from someone yesterday who's already booked and paid to come to my class tomorrow. And she said she's not going to be able to make it. She feels too anxious and too self-conscious about the weight that she's put on over Christmas. I'm still convinced I'm going to get her to come tomorrow, because the first principle of my space, the space that I create for yoga, is one of non-judgment. And before we begin to even acknowledge our breath or move into any physical exercise, I remind each and every human present in front of me to please try not to judge the yogi next to them, because they have no idea what that other person's going through. They could be going through a divorce, could be going through chemotherapy, might not have slept well. Then I remind them to try not to judge me, because I'm doing the best that I can. But most importantly, I help them to understand that the greatest benefit they will get from that class is not the shape of their downward dog, but how willing they are to let go of judgment of themselves and instead be accepting of where they are. You know, a lot of people have put on weight, a lot of people have got sore joints, a lot of people have got disease in the body. In yoga, we refer to the dis-ease, you know, the sore hips, the sore shoulders, the pains in the neck that life creates. We refer to that kind of dis-ease in yoga as one that turns into disease. If we don't reset, rebalance, begin to just make changes softly, slowly, gradually. In yoga, I don't believe that practice makes perfect. There's no such thing.
Because it's quite slow, isn't it? It's not an overnight thing.
Right.
You know, what you need to do is obviously is what, I don't know, 6 classes or something like that, and you'll start to feel different. Is it? I mean, how does it work?
I love that. So I believe that you massively feel helped at the end of class 1. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a lifetime's worth of learnings and practices. I mean, you know, I didn't like physical exercise before I found yoga. My husband's very fit, very heavily into the gym, and that's his thing. But my soul dies when I'm at the gym. I can't bear to look in the mirror and lift weights. I can't bear it. As much as I try, I did it just to be with him, you know, in the early days. But when yoga found me, which it does, something kept me going back after day 1. It was probably just that I had time to breathe, time to understand that my nervous system was regulated. Even 1 minute of a regulated nervous system is going to help when you're living in a state of fight and flight. But ultimately, I could still say to you, as much as this might put people off, if they understand it on a deeper level, it probably took 6 full years of practice for me to become this version of myself.
Okay.
But every practice led up to that.
So it is a long-term goal. I mean, with yoga as well, it's something you don't actually need any special equipment. You don't need, I mean, you have a roll mat here, or a yoga mat, or a sticky mat, or whatever you like to call it. You know, I mean, you could just use a towel or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to splash out on expensive clothes. A pair of tracksuit trousers and a t-shirt is fine.
You're absolutely right. You can come as you are. I sell these mats, but I keep them.
Is that a plug?
That is a plug. Oh, look. It's just ended up being here. They must have put one in. But when you come to my practice, you don't have to come as anything. You just come as you are. I have everything that you need. At some stage, you'll probably recognise that you're worth investing in a mat that doesn't slip underneath your hands, or investing in clothes that don't go up over your head when you're in down dog. But I'm there to help you with all of that. Come as you are. We're not there to be anything other than what we are in that moment, and work from there.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Serena. I know that Jack's talked to you about having some practical, but somebody else will be doing that. I'm not doing that. Okay? I'm drawing the line there. So thank you very much for today and for your little insight into your world of yoga. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil. Hi, I'm Serena Dell of Serena Dell Yoga, and I can teach you yoga locally in Camberley, Bagshot, or even from the luxury and comfort of your own home. I teach Mondays 8 p.m, Thursdays 9:30 a.m, and Sunday 9 a.m. Please do come along. I look forward to seeing you then.